Hi, I'm Cameryn Morie, and you can follow me over at CamerynMorie.com or Cameryn Morie VIP over on my OnlyFans. You can join me on Twitter at Cameryn Morie underscore, and Instagram is Cameryn underscore Morie 2. And that's CamerynMorie. I'm Cameryn Morie. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I've been in the industry now for about a little over 2 years. Um, Started off as a content creator, of course, on OnlyFans, and kind of grew from there. I've done a few pro scenes, mainstream shoots, and most recently, my newest one was with Wifey that just released on Saturday.
Okay, let's start there. Wifey, how does that come up? Do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them?
They did. They reached out to me when they were first starting the project. And at that time, I had to turn them down because my husband was not able to be on camera at that time. Um, and then fast forward a few months later, I reached back out to the contact that had messaged me prior, and I was, letting them know that my husband's job had changed and that we were, that he was able to show face. So if they were still looking for me to be a part of the production, that I could join. And so that's how that came about.
Were you familiar with Wifey before that and Vixen and all that? Or
Yes, yes, I was. Yes.
at, when you were doing content, had you given thought, or at that point, were you doing mainstream adult work, or were you just strictly a content creator?
When I first started, I was just strictly a content creator, and it was like, kind of just something I did on the side. I never expected for me to be doing this full time.
Did that surprise you when you blew up?
It did. It did. It's always nice to feel, that your work is appreciated and enjoyed.
And you remember the first time you saw something adult related, maybe late night programming on TV? Do you remember
Yes.
when it was, or what it was, or anything?
Oh gosh, I think it was like Cinemax back in the day, like at late night when you're up past 10 o'clock. And I think they used to call it like Skinemax, where they showed like
Right.
mostly, nude women and the behind the scenes at strip clubs and things like that. Yeah. I
Well,
don't even remember how old I was at that time. I would say I was probably in like middle school, high school.
throughout your life, when you saw adult material, did the thought ever cross your mind that I could do that?
No, no. I always thought I could be a stripper. That I always said that my inner self would have been a stripper, but never a porn star. Never a porn star. That never crossed my mind ever.
Stripper for the attention, stripper for the money.
Actually, stripper because I love to dance. I love to show off my body. Um, and then, of course, the money aspect behind that. Yeah, but it was always just because I love to perform. I always loved to dance. And I was like, you know what? I could do that.
And in high school and stuff, were you a tease? Cock tease, a tease? Did you have an
Mm.
effect on guys? I'm sure you did. But
A tease, yeah, I guess I was kind of a tease. A lot of people actually, a lot of guys in high school called me a prude because I wouldn't put out. I made them have to work really, really hard for it.
right.
But then I got to college and that all kind of went downhill.
But in high school, did you purposely wear sexy clothes to show them what you were never going to give it to them?
No, you know what? I did not. I mean, I didn't wear my first thong until I was a freshman in high school.
I know you mentioned that they thought you were a prude.
Yeah,
Were
they thought I wasn't going to put out.
but were you popular with the boys other than that? Were you popular in general in school? Were you like a loner?
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah, I was a cheerleader. I had lots of friends. I was flirty. I was talkative. I just, I at that time I was just in serious relationships, so I was only putting out with with the guys that I was in a relationship with.
uh, growing up? Did you go to a public school, private school?
I went to a public high school and I went to a private college.
And in grade school, do you have a favorite subject?
No, no, I was an average student. I didn't really like school that much. I just went for the to cheer, to talk to my friends.
But when you were growing up, did you have any idea what you wanted to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a marine biologist. That was like or yeah, a marine biologist. I loved ocean animals, so I wanted to be something working with whales or dolphins, you know.
And in high school, had you done any modeling, done anything like that?
I had not done any modeling.
And they mentioned you were a prude, but the boyfriends you did have, were you
Mhm.
sending them naughty photos?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, I was.
Did they swear to you they didn't show them to anybody, but you know they did?
Yeah, I think yeah. Well, yeah. Back then, when I was in high school, we had like the the very minimal like the old school cell phone, so you could not get it was not very pixelated, so
Right.
you couldn't see very much. So
But were you doing thong shots? Were you doing boob shots? Were you doing
yeah.
bikinis?
Oh yeah, thong shots, with your butt hanging out and like the under boob, the cute little like in the mirror thong underwear photos.
Did did that surprise the people who thought you were a prude?
Well, then, because like I said, I only sent those to the guys that I was dating at that time. Um, I really didn't kind of get out of that sending it to any and everybody until I got to about college. Well, I was living on my own in college. That's kind of when I went a little wild.
In college, did you have a whole face?
An O face?
A whole phase, I'm sorry.
Oh, a hoe phase. Yes, yes. I absolutely did. That's where I discovered that I was actually really good at it.
Did something happen in your life that you broke up with somebody? Maybe you're getting back at them and you went sex crazy? Or were you,
um, I think it was because everybody had called me such a prude in high school, and I broke up with the boyfriend that I was dating, and I just was like, you know what? I fuck it. I'm just gonna have sex with whoever I want to, and I don't care.
and at that point, were you a hit and run type of girl where you saw a guy, you're like, I want him. Then you got him, and then you just kind of moved on?
Um, yeah, in college it kind of just went that way. I didn't really date for very long term. Just I did have a lot of one night stands, one hit wonders, so to speak. Yeah.
And did you have a look? Were you into a specific type of guy?
Yeah, I thought yeah, I had a specific look I wanted to go for, but I mean, but then again, when I look back, I'm like, I really didn't because I dated black guys in high school. I mean, in college, and I had sex with, skinny white guys. So I really didn't have a look. I just was just horny. I just did it with anybody.
And you mentioned that you learned that you were good at sex. Was there a particular sex act? Some girls are good at BJs, some girls are good at boy girl, some girls are.
So I discovered that I was really good at, blowjobs. And then I really discovered that I was good at multiple guys at once. When I had my first actual Eiffel Tower in college, I was like, oh, I actually kind of like two guys at one time.
And BJs, you remember the first time you gave someone a BJ?
I do. Yes, I do.
Did you initiate that? Or are you making out with the boyfriend or something and he unzips his pants and his thing pops out and do you know what you're supposed to do?
It was I was at a guy's house, and we were supposed to be studying for Spanish, and he whipped his cock out, and I just went down and put my mouth on it and started sucking.
Did he complete?
Yes, he did.
Did that surprise you? Did that shock you? I mean, did he come in your mouth, your boobs, your face?
He came in my mouth. That was my first ever blowjob, so I was pretty proud proud of myself that I made him come. Yeah, I remember feeling like oh my God, I just did this, and I can't believe I made him come.
And now I'm guessing you consider yourself pretty good at BJs. For you, what's the secret to a good BJ? Are you a hand person, the spit person, the tongue?
I think I have a very minimal gag reflex, so I can get majority of the cock in my mouth, unless it's obviously too thick or too long or has a curve. So I'm really good at getting all, if not all, most of the cock down my throat.
When you give someone a BJ, do you do it to make them happy or because you like to
Yes.
do it?
I love giving blowjobs, so I do it for both. It's going to be for their pleasure and mine.
Um, when you have a man's penis in your mouth, do you feel a sense of power over him?
I'm sorry, what was that?
When you have a man's penis in your mouth, do you feel a sense of power over him?
I do. Yes, I feel powerful when I have their cocks in my mouth. Yes.
And do you like to, is the word, I guess I always get this wrong, edge them on? Like if you know a man's about to finish, do you pull back and not let them finish? Do you just let them finish? Do you,
I tend to let them finish because that for me when they finish is like a job well done for me too. So it's like both of our rewards.
and have you ever used your oral abilities to get something you wanted?
Yeah.
Uh, you mentioned two guys in college. Was that the
Mhm.
most you had at once?
No, I've had five at once.
In that situation, for you, is it turned on that you're center of attention, or that you have all those penises around you, or is it like a thing where you're trying to see if you can get all five of them off?
I think it's a mix of all of it. I like obviously being the center of attention in front of all five guys, but it's also like, my mission, I love to make a guy come. So it's like, okay, I know I can make one, I know I can make two, but like, let me see if I can make every one of these guys come for me right now.
In that situation, too, in general, when you're giving someone a BJ, you do that from a submissive approach or dominant approach. Do you know what I mean?
I'm more submissive.
Right. So you,
Um,
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
no, 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 you're fine. So if you, what are you saying? Like, do I prefer if it's,
Some girls, when they're giving head and they like it, they just love to do it and do it. And some girls, if you're being submissive, they'll get face fucked and they'll do like anything the guy tells them to do.
yes, I'm very submissive, so I will do pretty much anything that the guy tells me to do while I'm sucking him. Yeah.
And in the whole phase, were you just having vaginal sex? Did you have anal sex? Did you have anything else?
No, I did not have anal sex. I was just having sex with multiple guys.
The five guys, are you at a party or something? Do you invite these guys to your house for a party, or how does that come up?
No, that was actually that was one of the scenes that I had shot with one of the mainstream scenes.
Uh, Prior to getting into OF and stuff, were you shooting content and stuff with your husband, maybe for yourself?
Yeah, we had, of course, we had filmed us, our having sex and multiple relationships prior to I would film for our personal use.
And are you into swinging and stuff too?
Yes, yep. My husband and I are swingers.
How did you get into the lifestyle?
Um, it's weird. Well, it's not weird, but me and my husband were both very vanilla before we got married, and we had met another lifestyle couple that lives here close to us, and we went out for dinner and drinks, and they were kind of telling us about everything. And my husband and I, we always have like, that sexy, nasty, dirty pillow talk where it's, oh, I want to see
Right.
you fucking another guy. And so we were like, maybe we should try this. If this is something that we really, really come hard to in the bedroom, like maybe we should try it out. So we did. We went to a party and we tried it out.
And at a swingers thing, are you going there to try and have sex with as many people as you can? Or do you guys look for specific people and say, wow, those two are hot. I want to do her and you can do him?
Yes, exactly. We do not go to see how many people we can fuck. That's not our style.
Right.
We like to actually, we like to build a kind of a connection that's not based solely just on looks. Like obviously if we see people that are hot, we're like, okay, yeah, we need to talk to them because they're both hot. But if they have if we have great conversation and great chemistry, that makes it 10 times better versus, okay, oh yeah, this is a hot couple, but there's not much else going on. It's going to be kind of bland in the bedroom later on.
And then when you go to a swinging thing, is that fucking for you as opposed to when you're at home, maybe you're being intimate?
Yes, I would consider that fucking, yeah. Hmm.
Is it fun to you to have both of you to have sex with somebody new?
Yes, that's what we love. We love having sex with new people, new couples together.
Do you get turned on watching your husband have sex with other women and vice versa?
Yes, I do. Hmm.
Is there a specific thing your husband likes to watch you do with other guys? BJ, maybe a position, something, I don't know.
Yeah, he loves watching me get fucked doggy style because he loves to watch my ass bounce on another man's cock.
Um, you sound like you guys have an amazing relationship. How does, or how long are you in the situation before it comes up, the relationship, I'm sorry, before the situation comes up? How do you feel about having sex with another person? Because that takes a lot of confidence on both people's parts.
It does, it does. And like we had been both married prior to non-lifestyle couples. And so when we got together, we had been together for about 4 years before we started actually going in and stepping our toes into the lifestyle. And it came, we just became best friends, and we both had trust issues going into our relationship. So we really had to work on our trust just from being hurt from prior. So our trust with each other, I mean, and I know it's crazy because everyone says it, but like my husband is literally my soulmate. Like we were literally the same person put
Mhm.
on earth for each other. So we just, I don't know how it just happened organically. We both, wanted, we could tell we wanted the same things, and we were both like, you want to try? It was both of our ideas. Nobody pressured the other, and we went in, together. And you know we just we're one we just go all in, and whatever doesn't work, we're like, okay, wait, I don't know if I like that. Did you like that? Like, and we talk and we communicate, and I really do feel it's because we were best friends first.
And you remember the first time you filmed yourself, or you filmed something sexual?
I think so. Yeah, I think so, vaguely.
When you did that, was there a curiosity thing for you with that, or was it just like, oh, this is going to be fun and I can't wait to see it, or was it turn you on?
I think I made it for like for somebody else that I was dating, or to send to somebody else to see how they would like it. I really didn't make it for myself. Really, it was just for somebody else.
You in college, you get out of college, do you have a job, and how does that work?
Yeah, I got out of college. I got married right out of college. And I was just working odd jobs here and there.
How does OnlyFans come around?
So OnlyFans, so I'm 43. So OnlyFans came around when I was a little before 40. Um, and I was working for a plastic surgeon at the time, full-time job. My husband we were joking around about it because he was just coming right out of COVID, and we had heard a lot of girls were making tons of money on OnlyFans, during COVID. And he kept teasing, he's like, you should do it, you'd make money. And I just finally decided to do it to join and, create one, and just to do it kind of part-time here and there. And he was in the films with me. We were doing it together. It was doing really well. And then he got in trouble because his job found out. So then I had to boot him out of my movies because he almost got fired for it.
When you start filming, though, are you strictly doing solo? Are you doing solo boy, girl, girl
I was
couple,
doing
girl, girl, anything
mostly
there?
so. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was doing mostly solo with myself, and with my husband. It was just me and him and myself.
And did you do the editing and stuff too, or did you guys just shoot?
Yeah, we just set a tripod up in our bedroom, and we just did the amateur style. We just let people watch us be us.
Is there a particular style for you your fan base likes? Do they like POV stuff? They like glam? They like
I have it's funny. I have about a 50-50. I have a lot of fans that prefer and like the POV, and I have a lot of fans that prefer the tripod setup. Um it just all depends. I try to get a little bit of each in, to every scene. Obviously if I'm home alone and I am filming something that's just myself or with somebody else, if we don't have a cameraman. But I try to give a variety.
when you shoot content, do you think like a girl? Do you think like a pervert?
I try to think like a pervert.
And are there specific shots got your fan base wants to see? Maybe
Oh
your
yeah, it's
boobs, your
it
crotch, your
yeah, it's definitely always going to be like a pussy spread. They want to see the penetration. They want to see my face when I come. They want to see my face when the penis goes inside me. They like the reactions and the O faces and all that.
you mentioned earlier, do you like dirty talk?
I do like dirty talk. Yeah.
Dirty talk to you? You talking dirty?
I like to talk dirty. Dirty talk to me, it has to be done. I don't know. It's it's weird because when my husband tries to do it, I don't take him seriously. But if I'm in the moment and I'm in a really good scene, and if a another a male is talking dirty, like I get into it. Yeah.
But dirty talk to you is that, oh, you're so pretty, and I want to put my penis in your vagina.
No, mine is I
Oh,
like hearing like I want to fuck you like a dirty little cum slut and make you my good girl.
and you mentioned it earlier, but you're totally submissive sexually,
Yes, I am submissive sexually.
and you like rough sex.
I do.
Assuming people know what they're doing, which is a big
Yeah, right,
assumption.
exactly. That is key. That is key.
Hair pulling is okay.
Hair pulling is okay.
Spanking.
Spanking, choking mildly.
And
Um, yeah, spitting. I like being spit on. You can slap my face.
in that situation, is the turn on for you that you're giving up control?
It is. It is very much that I'm giving up control.
Have you ever done a CNC scene? Do you know what that is?
Oh, that's my favorite. I have not yet, but I want to.
Without giving away too much, what type of fantasy do you have in that situation?
Usually it's I'm leaving a grocery store, doing something that is in my daily routine, and somebody comes up and takes my keys and puts me in a car and drives me away to an undisclosed location.
Is it just one guy or is it multiple people?
It would, I mean, I'll take anything. I could do one or two. Yeah.
And you mentioned you go grocery shopping. If
Uh-huh.
you see a guy you think is hot in a grocery store, do you have enough game to approach him? I mean, I know you're married and stuff, but it sounds
hmm
like you guys have such a trusting relationship.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if I see somebody that's really cute in the grocery store, and obviously I'm gonna check to make sure they're married because I don't want to. Yeah, I'll flirt with them and I'll smile at them and I'll say, "Hey, how's it going?" Um, but yeah, because my husband knows, like at the end of the day, like we tell each other everything, and if I find that he's hot, my husband's like, "Oh, you can bring him over later." I mean,
And are you into women?
I am into women.
Do you have a look? Everybody has a look.
Ah, I like. I don't know. Because I don't have a look with women because I just find every female body just so beautiful.
Right.
I mean, tits, pussy, their smell, their skin. I just love it all. I really don't have a type, a bush, no bush. I mean, I really just love the female anatomy so much.
I agree with you 100%. But do you get giddy sometimes when you're with a woman?
Um, Giddy? I mean, yeah, if they're like super beautiful, they're super hot, and I feel very like intimidated, then yeah, I'll get a little giddy.
I mean, sometimes I see a woman and she's just ridiculously hot, even if she's dressed normal and sexual. And then she
Yeah.
starts undressing, and it's so much better than you even thought it might
Yeah,
possibly
right.
be.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
do you have you had anal sex? Don't have anal sex? Is it part of your thing for your web OF? I'm sorry.
I have had anal sex, but I don't do it a lot. It's just not something like my husband is decently endowed, so I don't really like doing it with him. And I know I have done it with dildos that are, that are more my pace, and I love it and it's fine, but I don't know. I've never just wanted to just go all in and just do anal. I don't know why.
And your OF, do you do custom work on that?
I do. I love doing customs.
Craziest request you got for a custom?
Oh, wow. Craziest request that I've gotten for a custom. I had a guy that wanted me to get my toenails painted a certain color, go to the store, buy a cake, and he wanted me to smash my face in a cake multiple times over and over and over for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he want you to send him the cake when you were done?
Oh, no, I don't understand. I did not, that was one I did not quite understand. But sometimes I feel like guys, they just want you to do shit just to make you to see if you're gonna do it.
You remember the first time you were with the girl?
Yes. Hmm.
Was that in high school? Was that, did you make the first move? Did they make the first move?
That was right after I graduated college or yeah, college. And it was in a threesome situation with me and the guy I was dating, and she worked with me. So I was like, oh, you want to, come in and have a threesome with me and my boyfriend at the time?
And if you're with the just the girl, are you dominant or submissive in that situation?
Um, ooh, that's kind of, that's, I don't know, actually. I think I usually try to feed off the girl because I am submissive normally, but most of the women that I'm with are also equally submissive. Um, so when I can tell that they are, I kind of do, I think, take charge a little bit. Um, but yeah, that's difficult because I feel like the most women that I've been with are equally submissive.
And was it intimidating for you the first time you went down on another girl?
Intimidating? No, like just nervous that I might not like it. Yeah.
And now, is there a correct way for a person to go down on you? Because most guys are afraid to go down on a woman to begin with. But every
Right.
woman, most guys who say, "Oh, I'm great, I give a woman a head," it's like no, every woman's completely different. So
Yes,
what
they
works for this
are.
person may not work for that person, and vice versa. So I'm curious with you if you licking fingers, like what gets you going?
Yeah, I love licking and I love the fingers at the same time, gently, not like ramming, but like, slowly and like just slide in and
All
out
right.
while you're, yeah, yeah.
Assuming a person knew what they were doing when they went down on you, how long would it take them to get you off?
Ooh, orally, I think it's typically about maybe 7 minutes. Just depends on if you're doing it right.
They get you off. Do you immediately want to have sex, or do you want them to keep going?
No, I like, and by the time I'm coming orally, I'm like begging for your cock to come inside, to be inside me.
Then at that point, do you want to fuck or do you want to be intimate?
I want to fuck, yes.
Do you have a preference between the two in general?
Um, Well, so that's funny because so when I play outside of my marriage, I want to be fucked. I want to be fucked hard, raw, dirty, nasty, because all of those things my husband, doesn't give to me all the time because he's afraid he's gonna A, hurt my feelings, or he doesn't want to hurt me.
Right,
Like
right.
I'm his precious wife. He doesn't want to just. So I prefer the nasty, raw, hard, rough with other people, and I love the passionate, intimate sex with my husband.
And do you remember the first time you went all the way with a guy?
When I first lost my virginity,
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
yes, uh-huh.
Did you initiate that? Did they initiate?
They initiated.
Was that a pressure thing also from your girlfriends, maybe? Like, we all did it already. What are you waiting for?
No, I was actually one of the first ones in my group, friend group, to lose my virginity.
When you have sex the first time, do you immediately become sexually active?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because once I did it for the first time, I'm like, okay, well, I can just keep doing this because I'm no longer a virgin.
And um, I'll cut this back in at the beginning, but what was the difference for you working with Wifey as opposed to like doing OF material?
Oh wow, the production company with Wifey is 10 times, high quality. They're the way that they treat, you and your spouse, the quality of the production, the quality of the work that they produce is just incredible, incredible.
And when you were there shooting it, did was it a turn on for you maybe working with a porn actor? Because I know you like having
Yeah.
sex with people you didn't know, or is there a difference? Like, because most of the porn actors are considered professionals.
Yes, correct. And I had never met my male actor before, so I was very, very intimidated and very nervous. And like that was one of my, first huge, production company scenes with Wifey. So I did not know what to expect. But it it turned out really well, and it was incredible. I was very nervous, but then, once we got into it, I realized, just go with the flow and do what I like to do, and it'll come out all right.
In that process, when does it hit you that I'm shooting a mainstream adult production?
Oh my
Like it,
gosh, I don't think it hit me. I mean, I'm still in awe from it. I'm still in disbelief that I did it. Um, I was just in awe the whole weekend that I was in LA shooting. But I think the moment that I actually realized, like, holy shit, I'm here, is when I walked through the door and I saw the huge neon wifey sign on the wall. And I'm just like, I cannot believe I'm here.
and was that a segue for you to do more mainstream work, or you just doing the wifey thing and concentrating on OF?
No, I want it to be a segue. I truly hope that, this gives me the exposure, so that I can do more mainstream, because that is the goal for me. I do, I want to shoot for Brazzers one day. So I do hope that this opens, some opportunities for me.
And at this point, is this a career for you or a job? Or a job or a career, I'm sorry.
Right now, this is a career for me. This is what maintains my living. This is what maintains my family. This is what pays my bills and helps me, do what I need to do to raise my family.
And for you, what is the reality of this situation versus what people think it is?
Well, the perceptions of others is something that I've had to kind of, just kind of ignore. Um, and it is a job. It is a very hard job. It is not easy. You're an entertainer, and you're entertaining multiple people all day long in this industry, and you can't just make it on OnlyFans anymore. You have to become an actual sex worker, and you have to do multiple platforms and
Right.
shoot mainstream. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Your reaction the first time you watched yourself getting really rammed in a movie? Did that turn you on? Did that shock you? Who is that person? Did that do what?
Yeah, I'm like, dang, look at me take that cock so freaking hard. I am impressed.
Getting in the business, are there goals for you other than Brazzers? You want to work with Brazzers? Is there another company or somebody you want to shoot with?
Yeah, I want to shoot for, some more mainstream. I want to shoot for Brazzers, Naughty America. There's a whole list. I'd like to do, and obviously more mainstream. I'd like to win some awards one day. I just want people to see that I do what I do because I do thoroughly enjoy it. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for, notoriety. I just truly enjoy being in front of a camera, having sex, getting fucked, and pleasure and pleasing men.
We're in a business that likes, I'll be politically correct and say 20-year-olds. Yet
Yes.
the MILFs seem to be more popular and the niche never wanes. Why do you think that is?
Because I think when people enjoy MILFs is because we are not supposed to be outwardly sexy or dirty or
Right.
naughty. It's kind of like a hidden, where you would walk by us on a street or in a grocery store, and we would be dressed up like a mom. We would be fully clothed, and you would never know how naughty or dirty we really were unless, you recognized me on camera, or you talk to me. And I think that is what is kind of more of a turn on.
May I give you a guy perspective?
Yeah, tell me.
Uh, Older men like to do really dirty, naughty things to 20-year-old girls.
Okay.
Now, when you're with the more mature woman, you take your time. You enjoy it, you relax. There's stuff that you'd probably say to a 20-year-old that unless you knew better, you wouldn't say to an older woman. I mean, to
Right.
me, I don't like the term MILF. Beauty is beauty.
Right. Okay.
So you have more life experiences. So there's more
Right.
of a communication there than just, oh my God, look at this 20-year-old's ass. I want to fuck it and do whatever.
Right.
So I think the whole experience is completely different.
Okay.
If
Okay.
that makes any sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. That does make sense.
And how much different are you than the person people see on camera? How much of this is an act?
Um, Well, I don't put any of my family life on camera, obviously, because my kids. But everything for me is you see what you see is what you get. Like when I'm at home, normally in t-shirts and yoga pants, and you'll see that on my story. Of course, I'll take my thirst trap photos and post them for the clicks and the likes. But what you see is what you get with me. I'm 100% authentic. I'm 100% myself.
Do you think that authenticity is one reason for your success?
I do. I do. I really do. I hope it is, but I really do believe so.
And do you find your fan base in general almost would prefer to see you like this and seeing nothing against the whole glam thing, but I look at the glam thing like a fantasy, and
Right.
most guys would not have a chance in hell with that.
Exactly. If you have every photo and every, appearance that you have, if you look like a runway published model in a magazine, that's not realistic to a guy because in a guy's mind, they're going to be like, okay, great. Yeah, she looks like a magazine model, but I can never be with a magazine model. But
Right,
this girl, she looks like she's in her jeans and t-shirts taking her kid to the, whatever. May have a chance with that one.
right. And prior to getting married or even now, do you think you intimidate men?
I would say yes, only because my husband said that. I have had men say that they are very intimidated by me, but until they start talking to me, and then they feel better. But yeah, I have heard that men are intimidated. My husband told me all the time. He was like, "You intimidate the shit out of me when I first met you."
And I would guess before that too, if you'd met a guy, you're very good looking, you've had a lot more sexual experience, you've got more life experiences. I don't know if they'd be scared of you to not be able to fulfill you, or scared of you just to not really know what to do.
Right. They would probably, well, I mean, I have a lot of young men that just think that they know what to do with me. They tell me all the time that they know what to do with me, but
But
I think they know if they do know me, they know that I'm going to take care of them.
right,
They're going to know that I'm going to please them and I'm going to let them have a really good time doing it.
but I used to shoot this series. Well, two things. We used to shoot girls with their real life partners before there was. This is 20 years ago.
Hmm.
And the girl would tell me, "Oh, we fuck at home 20 times a day, and we do this and we do that." I'm like, "Yeah, but we're not at home. We're filming."
Right, right.
And more often than not, the guy couldn't perform.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have a lot of people outside the business who like, dude, like, what's porn like? Like, what is like, what?
Hmm.
And I said two things. If you met Cameryn for sake of discussion and you wanted to do all this crazy stuff to her, by the grace of God, you got to do it. You wouldn't know what to do. You'd be so frightened. You would
Yeah.
probably, assuming you penetrated her, pop right away. So, the other thing too is if I take you on a set, you'll never watch a movie again because you'll see how fake everything is.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Hmm.
And do you think, as a content creator, you have a responsibility to society? When people see Fast and Furious, I'm sorry,
Hmm.
a person driving 200 miles an hour, it's fake.
Right.
When they watch an adult anything, it's like, this is all real. Like, no.
Yeah.
So do you have a responsibility in the sense to tell people that this is a fantasy and this is something you not to treat? Because I've seen people watch adult and think that's how they can talk to their partners.
Right. I don't think it's my place to tell somebody what's real and what's not. If if you want to believe in Santa Claus until you're 60 years old, I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't and that it's not real. You know, if these guys are thinking that it's real and they're getting off and they're paying for the sites and they're enjoying it, then why not let them enjoy it? But I don't think it's my place to tell anybody that it's a fantasy, and that it's not real. I tell everybody that does ask me, like, I enjoy it, I have fun, I love what I do, and if you are enjoying it through the screen, that means I've done my job.
Sexually speaking, you're freakier at home or freakier on camera?
Ooh, my husband would say I'm freakier on camera. but I'm just as equally freaky with the dirty talk in the bedroom with him. So
But when you're on camera, it's the turn on for you. You know that other people are going to watch this and jerk off or pleasure themselves to it.
yes, I do. And I know that my male creators, my male stars are also they're thinking the same thing. So they're more artistic with their moves and the positions, so it's a lot more fun and animated. Whereas, like the husband's not a performer. So, and he expects me, he's like, I see you do all these moves on camera. How come you don't do that to me? I'm like, babe, wait a minute. Okay, fine.
That's what kills most relationships with people in the business, with civilians.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
for you, what is a good scene? Is a good scene perfectly lit? Is a good scene what?
I think a great scene is the chemistry between me and the male talent. How well it flows. If we have a skit, how well we play
Right.
off each other in the skit. Um, Obviously, the cum shot, where the cum shot ends up is a good scene. How long, if it's long enough, that's great. If it comes too fast, then that's not so great. So all those factors take into account to a good scene.
And how important is performance or a performance versus sex for you in a good scene?
Yes, that is correct. Yes. So if there is not a lot of chemistry and there is some weirdness going on, I do have to do my acting skills a little bit better. Yes.
When you're not doing silly interviews and stuff like this, what do you like to do?
I love going to the gym. I love being at home. I have 3 dogs, so I love spending time with the dogs, my kids. I'm usually just go, 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 busy, busy, busy. But what I
And
love to do is work out in the gym.
what are your social media handles?
My Twitter is Cameryn Morie underscore. And then my Instagram is Cameryn underscore Morie 2. And then my website is CameronMorie.com.
And do you think it helped you a lot waiting to a certain point in your life to get into business? Do you think you'd have been able to do this at 20?
I do think starting later in life did help me. Obviously, I wish I would have gotten in it during COVID time, but if I would have started this in my 20s, my life would have been a lot more difficult, I believe. And you're just when you're in your 20s, your life is just still beginning, and a lot of people don't realize, that you can't do. I guess you could do it forever, but it affects a lot of different aspects of your life that you don't expect it to, and at 20 I don't know that you'd be equipped to handle it.
And is there any part of this journey, this career, anything up to this point in your life that surprises you or shocks you, amazes you, did something you didn't think you would, you survived? I don't know.
um like something that I've seen in the industry.
You've seen in the industry, you shot something, you worked with Wifey, you actually
Hmm.
got into mainstream adult. They're just maybe you shot something and if I shoot or look at something, people get critical, understandably, the way maybe their butt looks, their boob look, their face, or just anything. And then you shoot enough, maybe you become more confident.
Right.
And
Yeah, because yes, because in this industry there are people that love all body types.
right,
So if I was self-conscious about, I was very thick, I was very thick, and I thought, in order for me to be liked and do well, I'd have to be a tiny, skinny, petite blonde with huge boobs, and that's not the case. There is literally something for everybody, and I've seen girls that are 300 plus doing so fucking well, and then girls who are 100 pounds soaking wet and they are doing equally as amazing. There's just something for everybody in this industry. So, and it's very body positive, very body positive.
in your experience, you're looking at all that stuff. Is there a correlation between that stuff that you see, similarities that the one person's doing the other person? Is it a work ethic? Is it a look? Is it
It's actually, it's a work ethic and it's a confidence. It's if you have confidence and you can show your face and you can go on camera and you can just not care about anybody that's staring back at you behind the other screen and you just rock it. I think that's really what does well. Confidence in yourself and working really hard.
And have you been hit up on social media by people you went to high school with and they had sex with the famous porn star before she was famous?
I have had a few people, yes, that have that have found me from high school and messaged me, yes.
And on OF, have you had any people you worked with join? I mean, I know there's handles and stuff, but you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah, well, because I'm in Virginia and because I have smaller children, I do have Virginia IP addresses blocked on OnlyFans so that people around me, very, very close to me, cannot find me, including my children. But I have had, I guess, people that, download VPNs, and when they travel out of state, they subscribe. And I was at the gym and they were like, "You look really familiar." And I'm like, "Really? Because you don't look familiar to me." And they were like, "What's your name?" And I gave them my real name, and they were like, no, that's not ringing a
Hmm.
bell. And I was like, yeah, I don't know who you are. And then they came up to me, they were like, wait a minute, isn't your name Cameron? And I'm like, oh shit. How did you
Right.
how did you like
Right.
know me, find me? So then I'm like, oh, well, now he knows my real name. So it was a whole thing, but
With the confidence you have now working out in the gym, are you aware that everybody's checking you out in the gym, regardless whether they know you or not? You're a hot woman that's working out in the gym.
I mean, I go very early in the morning, so that's when it's very, very slow. It's very, very quiet, which is when I like to go. But I do have, I have I've been going to the gym for years, so they all know me by now. But yeah, when there's a few new people in there, yeah, they do stare and check me out, but
And you mentioned people recognizing you.
mm-mm, mhm.
Does that still surprise you now? Are you comfortable with it? Are you?
It still flatters the hell out of me because, I'm still so small. So anybody that recognizes me outside of, in public, I am like, oh my God, like, thank you so much. That's awesome. Like, so it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good.
And very quickly, you did the Hotwife tour at some point.
Yeah, I'm still on the Hotwife tour.
How did you get involved in that? How does?
So I had my friend who was on the Hotwife tour prior, Carter James. I had met with her and her husband, and Danny and Sweet Vicky, who were on the tour then as well. I had met with them, became friends with them, and they invited me to be a member I'm sorry, they invited me to be a guest at one of the tour stops. Um, I came and was a guest and I enjoyed it, and they obviously they approved. I proved myself to be a great performer and a great, fit for for the tour. So a couple of stops later, they invited me to be a full-time member.
And I'm stupid. Is that strictly content creating? Is
That
it?
is, yes, that is strictly for content creation. Yes.
And do you specifically work with the couple, or there are times when like maybe just the girls work together, or you just work with a guy?
Yeah, so I mean, we always have a lot of ladies that are joining us. We have a lot of single male talent that join us. So I have basically my pick to do with whatever we want. We do lots of huge group orgies, which are really, really fun. I'll do a lot of boy girl. I'll do a lot of male MFM, where two guys and a girl, or I'll do you literally can just have a free for all the whole weekend and do whatever scene you want to get.
And does your husband shoot? Are you working with other guys, or is that somebody else? Assuming you don't put the camera on a tripod.
No, my husband will film for me, yes. Or if he's not there, then someone else will film for me too.
But is it a turn on for your husband to film you having sex with other
He
people?
does yes, he does like to film. He likes to be there. He likes to watch it. He likes to film it. It's like he's a part of it, so he really does enjoy it.
And then the post production. Does
Hmm.
he do that? Do you do that?
I do that. Yep, I do all the editing.
When you look at material, you look at
Hmm.
it from a technical perspective or a personal perspective.
I look at it from a kind of like from a buyer's perspective. I kind of put in like what, because it's hard for me because I'm like, oh God, that angle is terrible. I don't like that
Right.
angle. But I'm like, okay, it's not about you. It's about what the man likes. It's about what the buyer likes. So I try to edit in that kind of aspect. And I do. less as possible. I do know that a lot of my fan base do prefer the more raw, natural, authentic
Right.
shots. So I try not to do hardly any editing if I don't have to.
Right. Anything you want to say to all of your fans?
Oh my gosh, just thank you for the ones that have been there since day one and welcome to the new ones. And I hope that you stick around with me because you're going to see a lot of fun.